Hello there. Continuing from the earlier video, this video will be focusing on the blockchain technology again, and peculiarly it will be focusing on the components which are the major essentials in any blockchain ecosystem. Blockchain is an ecosystem of multiple technologies, and further in this presentation, the preliminary foundation concepts, only the name of the technologies, since there are about 7-8 of them, the major components part that I'll be just mentioning, and further to this, in the videos later, I'll be discussing in detail in their respective individual videos. So the first concept that we'll be discussing ahead is distributed ledger. Now, what is distributed ledger? Of course, from definition perspective, we see that it is a database that is consensually shared and synchronized. But what exactly does it mean in simple language? In context of blockchain technology, that we'll be discussing ahead. Then the second concept is the cardinal thing of the blockchain, which is known as hashes. Hashes again, they basically convert data strings into fixed numeric string outputs, and they basically take inputs and then return you a fixed size alphanumeric strings. And there are various hashes algorithms that you see currently on the screen, but we'll not discuss all of them. Peculiar to Bitcoin, there are two hashing algorithms, and that we'll be discussing ahead. So these two algorithms that I'm talking about in context of Bitcoin, these are one is the SHA-256, which is the secure hashing algorithm, and the other is RIP-EMD-160, that is the race integrity primitives evaluation message digest. So these two hashes basically cover the entire length and breadth in the Bitcoin blockchain. Otherwise, there are other hashes also which are peculiar to other blockchains like Ethereum, etc., and other blockchains. Continuing the concepts of hashes, we'll be again discussing further is Merkle trees. Now, Merkle trees, the definition is given on the slides. While most of you might not immediately connect with what Merkle trees are, but we'll discuss them at length. For now, just remember that there's something known as Merkle tree. The concept is entirely based and enabled by hashes. Then there are Patricia trees, that is the practical algorithm to retrieve information coded in alphanumeric. Like Patricia trees are not peculiar to Bitcoin, but they are peculiar to Ethereum blockchains. So these kind of concepts are there which enable any blockchain. So this is basically the definition part, and giving you an idea of what basically it represents and what does it function like. For the time being, you just take care that you are aware of this word, and we'll do the practical part as we move ahead in this video. So don't worry if you are unable to assimilate right now what exactly am I talking about. Then the third concept is again very cardinal to the blockchain mechanism, that is the public keys and private keys. So public keys and private keys, basically we'll be discussing about symmetric encryption and asymmetric encryption. And while on the screen you will be able to see that symmetric encryption basically refers to one key mechanics, and the asymmetric encryption refers to the two key mechanics. Two keys means the private and the public. Then we have got the digital signatures, again based on the public keys and private keys, and we'll again further growing on these concepts of hashes and digital signatures. We'll be coming and discussing in detail about how a typical Bitcoin address is generated. Typical Bitcoin address is just not generated like that. There is a private key. From private key you are able to decode a public key. Then there are a number of process hashes which are conducted on these, and finally after about 8, 9, 10 steps we are able to come to a Bitcoin address. Growing further, concept fourth will be the ECDSA. ECDSA is the elliptical curve digital signature algorithm, and there is a reason why Bitcoin uses ECDSA. For now, you just remember that ECDSA is used, and why is it used, what are the advantages over other algorithms, we'll be discussing in detail ahead in the other videos. For now, another important part is like linear equations are represented by y is equal to mx plus c, then quadratic equations are represented by y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, cubics with this equation like ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. And similarly, elliptical curve equations are depicted by y square is equal to x cube plus ax plus b. Now, why am I telling you all this? Because when we discuss the cryptography part in the Bitcoin, we'll be hovering around and moving around the elliptical curve, and this is the main equation from which the Bitcoin Bitcoin equation is derived. So we'll discuss it further. Concept fifth is finite field mathematics. Now again, finite field is a field, they said this is a separate kind of a math, not the regular maths, not the algebraic maths that we are generally used to. Just to give you an example, we'll discuss everything in detail, like 11 plus 6, the normal maths you can make out, like 11 plus 6, 17 minus 6, what are the answers? These are regular things, you will be able to do it on your fingertips or maybe with the help of a calculator. But when we do it in terms of a finite field with some prime number of 19 suppose, so the answers will be kind of 11 plus 6 will not be 17 from the algebraic calculation, it will be 17 from a modular calculation. Similarly, 17 minus 6, of course it is 11 from in the finite field. Again, it is not coming like 17 minus 6, it is coming 11 because it is 11 modulo 19. Had it been 11 modulo 10, it could have been the answer could have been different. Suppose now 8 plus 14 is just not 22. Now since it is bigger than 19, the remainder will be the answer. Similarly, for 4 minus 12 minus 8 modulo 19, it will be 11. So how are these figures coming? And similarly for multiplication, again you will see various concepts that go behind, and again division part also it is enabled by Fermat's Little theorem that we'll discuss in a separate video. But why are we using, in case you remember from the first video I had discussed this, that the algebraic mathematics, when we compute it on a in form of zeros and ones that the computer better understands, there are certain limitations, and those limitations basically you will be able to understand in case you are able to give out a reason for this screenshot that you see ahead. 0.1 plus 0.2, why every programming language, why does it give this output and not just 0.3? So if you try to find the answer for this, you will be able to much appreciate about why finite field mathematics is used. So this was the equation. I should have placed this slide earlier. So this is the basic equation of ECDSA Bitcoin equation, deriving from y square is equal to x cube plus ax plus b, that is the elliptic curve equation, and wherein we have got constants wherein a is equal to 0 and b is equal to 7. That is how we come to y square is equal to x cube plus 7. So why are these constants there, and how have we derived, and what is SECP256K1, we'll discuss in detail in coming up videos. And one of the last concepts, of course, networking fundamentals. It will be very pertinent in all blockchain simulations and mechanics, and understanding that the basic understanding of networking should be there. Now whatever we do, whatever the blockchain is based on, it is based on P2P networks. So we should be aware of what are the other options that we have, centralized network, distributed network. So why are we choosing B2B, or why are the blockchains more keen on P2P, etc. So these since this video is specifically mentioning the cardinal components of blockchain, so I'm not going to discuss all of them. And one of the last concepts is consensus algorithms. Now in certain basic English, consensus means a kind of agreement among a set of people. Now consensus from an English perspective, in a English perspective definition is consensus is defined as a general agreement of a state. Now how this consensus is there defining the decisions of right and wrong in a blockchain, how is it negating the third party mediations? What is proof of work? Is that a consensus, or is it a type of consensus, or how does it work? Then what is Byzantine general, the basic mechanics of this, how does it work, and how have we derived proof of work from Byzantine general thing? And then what is nonce? Again what are these block rewards that you see on the screen from block number 000 to 299999, the rewards are 50, and what does all this mean? So we'll all be discussing all this now. Again, deriving from the consensus part, we are we'll be discussing further mining difficulty, then hash rates. Now what is hash rates? Hash rates means, today if we say the hash rate of Bitcoin on 9th of July, about 2-3 days back before publishing of this video, it is 93.53 million tera hashes per second. So what does it mean, and what does it imply for the hardware part at the mining end? What does it entail to you, and what is it that it will be more infrastructure hungry in times to come. So at the onset in this video, basically I have just homed on to these technologies. I have just made you mentally ready of what all is coming up, and these are just the mentions. Now mentions means there are subsets to all these. Now when we basically assimilate all these technologies, then we'll be coming to a scenario wherein we get aware of all these technologies, and we finally come of how blockchain works, and then we'll go into the details. So till such time, while I upload all these technology videos, so just wait and watch, and this will be followed by much more. Now this being the components only, the major components of blockchain, this will be followed by much more. Like you see on the screen, trust, third party negation, hash cash, public keys, and all this. Then further to this, we have got gossip protocols, GPUs, FPGAs, etc. Each and everything, the intention is that we get aware of all this technological terms which are peculiar to blockchain, and how are they functioning in the blockchain mechanics. So the roadmap is long, and I intend to continue contributing maybe about every week, 2 videos or 1 video I'll be able to devote time and upload on this channel. Thank you for watching this, and looking forward to a great participation from you. Thank you.